Hello, Megan here, the Heartened Homeschool Mama, and I'm back today with more information about the Hoffman Academy. You can see my previous review that just gives a general overall view of what Hoffman Academy is, but today I want to talk specifically about the question of, is an online piano program better or an in-person live piano teacher? And what are the pros and cons of each situation? So we have experienced both. I have 5 children, 3 of whom especially are very musical, are taking piano, whether it's online or with a piano teacher. We've experienced both situations in various forms over the years. So let's talk about it. First of all, how to start. When I started, I didn't know for sure if my daughter was truly going to want to continue to do piano. I knew she was very musical, so we started with online at home. What was to lose? Hoffman Academy starts for free unless you upgrade to the premium. But if you want to just start and try it out, why not? So we got a used keyboard at home. We decided to start an account. We started her with Hoffman Academy. We quickly learned that she did indeed love piano, had some great skill. And so our first step was, well, let's upgrade to premium. So we upgraded. That gave us access to tons more games. It gave us access to, most importantly, in my opinion, the printed sheet music. So for each of the 18 units, there's a complete book, and it gave us more motivation in what we needed. It gave a clear outline on what she was supposed to be doing. It had content, table of contents for each unit. It had all of that written work. It took that piano instruction to the next level while still being at home. So for us, that was fantastic. And for quite a long season, we just did online learning. Now, to be clear, I myself have no musical talent or skill whatsoever. So what was she lacking? What was that clear con and struggle? Was that she was not getting live feedback. Now, Mr. Hoffman is an incredible teacher, and he is often commenting and reminding, hey, remember your piano posture. Don't forget about this. So he clearly has great skill in working with students, and he's giving those pieces of feedback that you might receive from a live teacher, but of course it's not in live real time to your particular child. So she was lacking that. So we thankfully have a wonderful, dear family friend who is a music teacher, and she started working with my daughter. And when she did that, my daughter got that live feedback, some comments on the way she would hold her hands, on height even of her piano bench, which I just didn't even notice. And so just some different things. And often she would say, oh yeah, Mr. Hoffman said that. So he's saying that, but it took that live interaction to comment again on it. Now, at first, when we worked with a piano teacher, we would use Hoffman Academy as our base. And really, she was just meeting with that piano teacher friend periodically, maybe every couple months, and just getting a little bit more feedback. But Hoffman Academy was our base of instruction for years, and I have to say it was absolutely phenomenal. If you look at the lessons, there is a clear progression of what you are learning in every unit. There's tons of popular music you can see on there, so fun things that the kids like. But in every unit, it's very clear what your child is working on. The skills, the songs, the knowledge. So it's not just fun playing, though there are tons of games, especially with the premium version. There's lots of motivating factors, but there are 18 units with 20 lessons each of quality instruction. So it is a robust program that absolutely can produce a true musician. At some point, I do think there needs to be some feedback. Now, if you as a parent have some musical talent, unlike me, you might be enough. You might be able to give some of that feedback and be able to progress even more than my child could without that live teacher element.
This is actually a great example. What you're seeing right here is the best of both worlds, where my daughter learned Carol of the Bells through Hoffman Academy. Then she met with our piano teacher friend to just get a few critiques, and then was invited so kindly to participate in a piano recital, even though she was not a full-time student of this piano teacher. So you really can find a combination that combines the best of both online instruction with live teacher feedback, however that might work for you and your particular family.
Okay, so very clearly, what are the pros? Number one, it's very inexpensive or free. If you stay at the free version, you have access to all of those videos. If you upgrade to the premium, which I highly recommend, it's still very inexpensive compared to a live teacher that you are having to pay. Now, we had a family friend who offered to teach my child for free. So even with that live instruction, we had access without payment, but I still chose Hoffman Academy online. Why? Because number two, the other big pro of having an online instruction is that you don't have to leave your house. We are a family of 7 with 5 kids. And when I was ready to add music, I wasn't ready to add anything to my schedule. I wanted them to get that instruction, but the thought of having to leave the house to tag along the babies, to us to find something to do during that hour or so that she was meeting with her music teacher felt like too much in that season. So that's the other big pro of online at home, is that you get to stay home. Number 3, it's fun. It is truly engaging. The way that he teaches, he's a phenomenal teacher. The pace, you can keep going. It's fun. He has jokes at the end. And that brings me to the other thing, is that you have freedom of pace with an online program like this. Not only in the lesson itself, every individual lesson, you can pause if something comes up. You can adapt it to your schedule. He'll often tell you to pause and practice, and you can practice as long as you want to on any particular part of that, where you might not be able to do that with a live person. So you can just pause and practice as long as you want to, and then of course how quickly you're working through those units and those lessons. You have complete freedom of schedule. So we absolutely love Mr. Hoffman Academy online at home. We fully recommend it. For in-person instruction, we also love our piano teacher, and as my daughter has gotten older after using Hoffman primarily for about 3 to 4 years, she probably switched to more in-person instruction at that next point. She wanted more feedback. She wanted to progress through different things. So there's both. There's a place for both. And then of course I have other children who are still using just Hoffman Academy primarily. So it's different for your family. We love and recommend this program for those of you wanting online at home. There's nothing to lose. Check it out today. The beginning is free. So let me know if you have any questions.
Thanks for watching. You can follow me, the Heartened Homeschool Mama, on Facebook, Instagram, and Pinterest for more ideas, reviews, and encouragement. Also, head on over to WordPress to find Bowen blogs for more.